Hello, welcome to Studio Cafe 315. I'm Roseanne Perla, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You can get in touch with me through my email, my Gmail. This is 24/7 shopping, and here is my website for purchasing kits and many other items, as well as my newsletter. You can sign up there. You can sign up in the description below as well. Okay. So tonight we are working on, during this live, using Nature Symphony, the two stamp sets. There are two stamp sets. I'm only using one. I'm sorry. I am using this one, the Nature Symphony stamp set and die cuts bundle. I highly recommend, although I did not use the die cuts in this. So when I recommend my list for purchase tonight, this stamp set is one of the stamp sets I recommend. And the other stamp set that I am using quite a bit tonight, or a little bit, is the $5 stamp set, which was the product of the month for February, and it still is valid till tonight. But if they have any left over, and I'm not sure if they do, let me check. Since I'm putting this out there, it was a great sentiment stamp set. Tomorrow, the product of the month will be released. It is another paper packet. So December was the first product of the month, and that was a paper packet. And then we had this great stamp set. So it wants me to sign in so I can get the information here. And I can tell you if there is any product of the month available. Let's see. Okay, so yes, that item is available. You only can purchase one. It's for every $75. Plus, tonight is the last night for the bonus coupons, the $5 bonus coupons, which you will be able to use tomorrow. So if you put in a $50 order, for every $50 you get a $5 bonus coupon, and then a $75 order you can get this sentiment stamp set. Happy birthday, you're on my mind, thank you, sending love, hello. You can do anything. So much hooray to a fabulous friend, just because there's simply no words for this. We're always looking for good stamp sets that are just sentiments. This one does have these sentiments, and I used 3 out of the 4. And I used the other one on my other set of cards last month. So this will be, with a purchase, you will be able to get this card set. There's no other way you can get the card set that I'm making tonight. Let's do it. Let's go and make this card set. I want to get my paper down. I'm going to show you the paper first. I'm getting one of my Stampin' Up! Sheets. These are what I use when I hold classes. I'm going to leave this all right here because I'm going to use those. I have this one already set up. Now these are cards that you are going to I'm going to have Memento ink. There's not a lot of things you need. I'm not going to use a ton of products. I'm going to give you what you need. And if you spend $35, you will get the set of 3 card bases, envelopes, all of the paper products to use. You are going to need ink. You are going to need a couple of items. One of them is ink, and one of them is a stamp set. Okay, if you have these items already, you can make any $35 purchase. It doesn't have to be the $35 purchase from my shopping list. It can be anything. This Nature Symphony is on page, here's the scrapbook stuff for exploring nature. And these are the papers, and I'm going to show you the papers in a minute. It is right here, pages 38 and 39. And these are the cards. Let's see what you can see. Okay. And I want to welcome everyone. Okay. Hello and welcome. Please join the chat. And let me know that you are watching. Okay. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you are interested in purchasing this paper set, paper packet. These brads are, I call them brads, but they're embellishments. They're gems. Really top off this. I have the ribbon here. I didn't use the ribbon on these 3 cards, but I did use a variety of these papers. And I'm going to show you. You can purchase a sample, a 6x6 sample, and that's what I use today. A 6x6 sample for not very much. So you would have 1 sheet of each. Okay, so you get one of those, and it's 2-sided. And one of these, which is a different, no, that is the side. They should be exactly the same. Yeah, it depends on where it's cut from the paper. So there are 2 of those, 2 of these. Let's do the other side. Okay. And then you have these 2. You have these 2. That one. I love this one. I used that today. And this is the other side of that. And then this is the first one, which confused me. Okay. So you would get 12 6x6 pieces of paper. And this is what I made the card with. So I will show you that. My inspiration was 2 weeks ago. I went to Florida, and my upline had a crop weekend, and there were 13 of us who attended the crop weekend, I think. And I taught a box class, a treat box. I will be doing that in a couple weeks. And I realized that my camera is a little bit off here. Let me see if I can get this correct. I just noticed that it moved. There we go. Okay. Now I got it. It was blurry. Oops, sorry. Sorry about that. So I was saying I went to Florida, and another demonstrator taught this card. And it is with the gears. I did not want to put away the gears, but I did. Here we go. Because this is what I cut everything out of, and I used this stamp set. So this is the other stamp set that I used. These are the dies, and they come in 2 separate packages. I just combined the packages, and I used this stamp set today, so I need that one out. So we use that. There's some heat embossing. There's a regular embossing folder, multiple inks, and stamping. And it took about an hour and a half to make this card, figuring out what you wanted to do, how you wanted to do it. And this is all heat embossed. That's how it became like that corroded piece. It spins. My card spins. And I You can do this with a couple of the cards tonight, 2 out of the 3. You can make a spinner card if you want to. I will provide the link. About 3 weeks ago, a demonstrator put on our demonstrator group page for Stampin' Up! A card that she made with the spinner. Now, if you press it, it just goes, okay? You don't have to do that, but you can press it and it'll go and it moves. So they are on Amazon. We do not sell those spinners, but it's so cool. And it just gives it a whole different, and it just spins by itself on its own. So that is my cards. I did the minimum in helping you be able to make these cards and get them for free and make a purchase. And if you don't have Memento ink, you can put that in to get to $35 and purchase the stamp set or this stamp set and whatever you need. And if you do that tonight, I will send you, because I will have your email, you would opt in on Stampin' Up! And I would have your email. Now, if you are not able, you don't have an account online, you're not able to do that through the computer, contact me and I will be able to put your order, I will be able to send you your order and be able to put that through somehow for you. I'd have to figure it out, but you would have to pay me, or you would put in, I would send you your order, you would put in the credit card number on your end, and then the order would go through. It's like, once I had to have a purse repaired in New York City, and they just sent me a link, and I put in my credit card information. It goes right into Stampin' Up! I don't have that, that information doesn't come to me. It doesn't go to the person that sent me that email. It goes through that company. And it's like their pay system, like a Venmo or a PayPal for them, but it's their pay system, and that then the order would go through. So there's a little process, but you can do it. And if you wanted to do that tonight and you make up your mind, you can look online, because this will not post for 24 hours. So it takes 24 hours for this to post, this video, after it processes. Okay, so those are the papers. This is the card. Really cool card. You're going to need Memento ink, and you'll see which stamp sets I use. Everything comes packaged in a nice plastic bag, and you know, with a sticker. Everything is labeled and ready to go. And this is a to-go class, so there will be no PDF for it. It will be all through video. Okay, so it will be a video process. You would watch the video to put it together. And it is, the only way you can get this card set is for free. Okay, so just saying that again. So the first card we're going to make is this card, To a Great Guy. I told you I love this paper. And inside, happy birthday. And that is using the product of the month, happy birthday. Okay, now you could split this up if you wanted to and put happy and then birthday. There's a way to do that. So that is the card we're putting together. Let's do that. Okay, and this is how it will come. It'll come in the envelope with all the pieces, everything cut for you. I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to grab my stamp set right here. I'm going to grab happy birthday. Now we have a stamping tool that is coming out tomorrow. It is called Stampin' Positioner, and it helps you stamp. So if you do not have a lot of experience stamping, or it's an intricate piece that is hard to stamp, I'm going to move some of this out of the way. I'm going to need this. These I'm going to put over here. The Stampin' Positioner makes your stamping very easy. Now, I have not opened this yet, so I'm going to open it right now. And it is $49 for the Stampin' Positioner. But if you host a party when it comes out truly in May, because right now it is an exclusive product that if you sign up to become a demonstrator, join my team, you can get this Stampin' Positioner. It has 2 magnets. I've just watched videos on it of other demonstrators of Stampin' Up people. And when you get this, it doesn't come with the paper. You have to purchase the paper separately. It's a pad, which helps you line up everything. And I know I'm going to want this going this way with the top ruler there. And I'm going to use it with this stamp and show you how it works. It really helps you, like if you were doing happy birthday several times and doing the front of a card. So you would take one piece, and there's these little notches. I don't know if you could see those, but there's little holes, and you put this right in those little holes and line it up, and it gives you your inches. Okay. And yes, I know I have my magnets here. The magnets just will hold down your paper. They're very strong magnets. They might not look it, but they are very strong. Okay. And then you have this small piece, and then you have the large piece. So you can choose which one. And it's like these are like bumpers, and they go up and down. Okay. Let me get in camera. I notice I'm not in camera. So these bumpers are what you put it this way. That's why it wasn't sitting. And you gently push on your paper to stamp it. I'm just going to use this one right now. And it's the same setup. You have bumpers. And I'm going to line up my piece of paper here. And the magnets are what hold this in place so that when I stamp, it's not going to come off. I'm going to put it right there. Okay. And I would just stamp if I wanted to stamp there. I really want to stamp higher up. I go a little bit higher, like right there. Okay. I'm going to line it up towards the lower end. So I'm going to put this over here so that doesn't fly off. So it goes to all the customers in May when the new catalog comes out, the new annual catalog. And the beauty of this also is, look at, you can line up your, so you can see where the 2 H's are, the 2 loops, or the H and the B, happy birthday. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to need to move this over or move the stamp over, either one, and I'm centering it. So you're going to get real good precision there, okay? So now I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to season it first so I get a good impression. So I'm just doing the oils from my hands. I don't have any hand cream on or anything, but I'm just seasoning this. Otherwise, it's not going to give me a good impression. And I'm going to ink it up with just our regular black ink. It's called Memento ink. It's a different company. It's actually not a Stampin' Up company. I think I need to ink this up a little bit. And the beauty is that, okay, if I don't get a good impression, see, like I just rubbed some ink off right there because I'm not used to handling this. Okay, now, okay. If I did not get a first good impression, I can ink it up again and stamp it again. Or I want it darker. Look at that. That is perfection. Beautiful. So there we have that. And I'm going to put that right in there. I'm going to use my liquid glue. You will need your own adhesive. It does not come with this free kit. None of my kits come with adhesive. You always have to bring your own adhesive, your own ink. You have to stamp yourself. You can't, we can't stamp for you. That's not allowed by Stampin' Up. It's one of their golden rules. After all, they are a stamp company. Okay. Beautiful. Next, I'm going to do the front of the card. Now look at, not too different. I didn't use the Stampin' Positioner, but it looks great. Okay. Now, if I wanted, like, if this one, I could do different colors, and I could just move the positioner piece and go all the way down, and this could be the front of the card. And it could say, happy birthday, you know, and then to you or something like that. Celebrate, you name it. Okay. Okay. Where are all of my little... I know I have my items. Where did I put that card kit? I'm always so prepared. You know, you prepare, and then you mess up. Okay. I put them over to the side here. That's where they are. I was like, no, I had all of my envelopes filled. So, okay. And then just wiping this off. I'm going to do it with my chamois. We sell these. You should always clean it right off. It's just water. We do have a cleaner as well. Okay. But that chamois is a another treasured tool. Okay, so here are all the pieces. And this should come together fairly quickly. You don't want to get these, you want to keep those separated. They will clean together right away. Okay, we're going to put this on. The technique here, okay, I showed you the Stampin' apparatus. And there are plenty of Stampin' apparatuses out, and I have them all. I have even the, you know, Stampin' tools. This is the technique I'm doing. Do not open your scissors and do this. Keep your scissors closed so you do not ruin the blade. And I am just roughing the edges. Doesn't matter if they tear a little bit. This adds great texture. To your card. And this packet can be male or female, but I'm doing male-oriented dad, grandpa cards. Son, nephew, friend, husband, cards, okay? And that's good. That's it. So you see that, how rigid that is? Okay, I'm going to actually stamp. I forgot. I have the directions written down. There's not that many steps. But I wanted to show you how you can just use your stamp sets and use them all to stamp. So I did a couple of quick stamps on here, and I'm going to just do these without the apparatus. I don't need the apparatus for this. There is 1, 2, 3, and 4 stamps. So I started with this one. Let me get my acrylic block. You should have an acrylic block, one that will fit, you know, multiple stamp sizes. Again, I've used this already, and I'm only using Memento ink for the whole thing. You can use a different ink if you'd like. You could heat emboss this with the embossing wild powders. Okay, so I angled it. Nothing, you know, earth-shattering here. Just stamp, make an impression, and put it back. This one I did a couple of times, so I'm just going to keep the same one. Okay, and I have one other. I have customers who tell me they're afraid to stamp. You should not be afraid to stamp. You got to start somewhere. It's wet, that's why. And you can always practice on your piece of paper. You can use a computer piece of paper. Okay, and that's it. There's no exact, you know, it's all going to work in the end. And there's so many different ones you can use on here. Okay, so I used 2 dimensionals on this, but you could make this go around. And what you would do is you could do this one, or you can do this one and do that one going around. These are the little pieces. They come in a little case, but I also have some gold ones. These are silver. I have some gold ones that didn't come in a case, and I have different sizes. These are all one size. And you see how they have one side is wider. That's the side you put down, and you just glue it down. And then the smaller side, you put another little bit of glue on, and you glue that down. So if you want to see me do that, I will do that. You can put this on a dimensional. I used a large dimensional for this. And then just do the top piece as a piece that goes around. Okay. I just realized you could make this into a compass too. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to put a little dot of my liquid glue. I have in this, right in the center, I have it right there. And that's it. That's all you need. And then you have to let it sit. But you have to put the, so this is the wide side on the bottom. And I need to use my finger right there, and then I'm going to center it back because you get that little bit of time, and just let it sit. Okay, and then I'll get this ready. I'll put a little dot right there because you don't want it to obstruct the mechanism that twirls it around, which is below. Okay, I'm just going to let that set. I'm going to cap this. Hi, Jeannie. Hi, Carol. Do you like that little gear that goes around? This is not my original idea. It was on Demonstrator Planning Place on our group page a couple weeks ago. It's drying. I can see it drying around there. I just don't want to touch it. I'm going to put this on and get it right to the center. Let's see. The other one I had to glue twice. So this one, I don't think I have to glue it twice. And it's moving, so it's going to be good. Okay, I'm going to just leave that alone and let it dry. And it dries great. Then I'm going to put this piece on. And I'm not putting dimensionals on this. So there's only 2 dimensionals on this card, and I don't think on the other 2 cards there are any dimensionals. And I'm tucking this right under here. Okay. And I already stamped my sentiment to a great guy. And again, I'm going to use my liquid glue. And it's a little bit different from this one. As you can see, I didn't dovetail the other side. I dovetailed both sides of this one. And you can choose, and I will show you how to dovetail. I'm going to put a little bit more glue on this end here. I don't think I got enough on there. Just little dots. And so I don't get my hands all gummy, I'm going to use my silicone mat. If you don't have a silicone mat, don't worry about it. It's not something you have to have. I didn't get one. I almost put it on my gear. But this, see, I don't get the glue on my fingers. That's not like a necessity, you know. This isn't a necessity. I'm just going to rub off that little bit of glue there. And when you're touching these pieces, you could heat emboss these and, you know, gunk them up good. This one I gunked up with glue because my fingers were all glued up. But you could heat emboss them and make them look grungy and antique them. I can show you how to do that in that process. Again, I want to do this and get that glue. Okay, I really put a lot of glue on that. Sorry. It will dry clear, by the way. Okay. And then and I don't think this needs any of the little gems. I didn't put them on any of these cards, but this one in particular, because it's so shiny, it has a lot on it. And what I did was I cut all my pieces ahead of time. So I have a whole tray of these pieces. I have gold. I didn't do silver yet. I did pecan pie, which is a brown, a light brown. Okay. And I am going to add it to the front of my card. And I think it's pretty dry. Look at it, it's already rotating. I'm not going to give you the gears. You would have to purchase the gears yourself. Just do swirlies. That's good. I'm going to bend it up a little bit. I'm not going to put any more adhesive on it. I just want to bend it up a little. Get under here. Seal this down on the edges. It's okay if it lifts up a little bit. And there you have your first card. And it twirls. Look at that. Woo! It would be cool if it was in a different color too, but it's okay. You can put it there. You don't want to put them all over. You know, one's enough on a card. You can do it on a scrapbook page. Very nice. Happy birthday. So that's card 1. Let's put this back in the envelope. Okay, so one has the mechanism and one does not. And you don't need the mechanism, it still stands up. If you're mailing it, you probably should not have that rotating mechanism on there. Card 1, card 2. This is card 2. Now use the 6x6 paper. So this is the residual. So you can use this extra. So I put it in here so you can see that this was one 6x6 paper that I used for this card. And I did that with each of these cards. Okay. So I cut out, these are 2-inch round. And this one's a little bit smaller. And I stamped it. And this one I was going to leave blank. You make me smile, and I was just going to leave it blank. I'm not sure why I have 2 extras in here. I'm going to put those there. Okay. So I'm not going to stamp this one. You can write your notes in there. I was going to put the sentiment from the stamp, the product of the month. You make me smile, and I was thinking of using sending love. Okay. You could also put to a fabulous friend on the front, and then you make me smile. But I liked you make me smile on the front, so I'm not going to change that. And then I took my stamp, again, from the Nature's Symphony. And I used this stamp. And this is, again, in black, but it's a second doing it twice. Actually, the second generation, I call it. There's a new name for it. I just heard someone calls it something else. I mean, there's a lot of names for this, but I'll just show you quickly what a second generation stamping is. I'll take one of these, this one, or the leaf. I use the leaves, and I use this one, this piece. And you stamp off, and then you stamp on, and it comes out lighter, okay? Even though this is a colored paper. So there, it comes out really nice. And to the round sentiment, I just didn't use a blending brush. I like this even better. I just took my piece and I rubbed it this way, and I got that nice black all the way around, almost like a circle. So that's how I did that. And it was very, very easy to do, and I did it a couple times. So I got that really good black all the way around. Let me close this. Okay, and let's get this down. And then I'll show you the rest of it. And I know you like this blue, Carol, right? Anne, hello, Anne. I didn't see you there. I'm sorry. Okay, so, yep, it goes this way. I'm looking at the leaves. Now, I used that 6x6 piece of paper so that I had enough to stamp these two out. You saw it. And I just flipped this one over, but I stamped this one again with the leaves. This one is a little bit darker, but that's a second generation stamp. And I'm going to put this one like that, right there. Again, no dimensionals, not using dimensionals. I'm trying to make these cards for people who don't have all the supplies, but really want, you know, would like to get the stamp set, would like to do this, and would like to make these cards. Maybe they don't have the 3 different colored inks. This got gummed up. It's coming out. I see it. I did it. I don't know how it did that fast because I was just using it. And I have it upside down. Okay. So not covering up too much of what I stamped, but just giving that. And this paper is so nice. I love this paper. I love this paper packet. And then this one is going to go like this. Okay. And this is actually a template. I don't know if you saw our upline, Jeannie and Anne. Naomi posted today the February items to, you know, for us to post using the template. So if everyone, Carol, you have the catalog, and anyone who else is watching, the templates are on page 17, I want to say. There's just a few in this catalog. Yeah, they're on 17. Right here. And which one does this look like? This one. Okay. I tried to imitate this one and do that for inspiration, except I didn't use a square. I used You Make Me Smile. And I need to put my one piece that I grinched up on here. This piece, I just rubbed, again, I didn't even use a blending brush or anything. I just took it and I went like this, and I got the black on there. Okay? Just by going like that, see? And grunged it up a little bit. And I'm going to put it there, actually. And that was my inspiration for that. Use your inspiration. Even if it's a tag, this can be a card front. It doesn't have to be a tag. This can be a tag. It's a card front. You can mix and match. Scrapbook page is the same thing. This could be a card front. Doesn't have to be a scrapbook page. Those are 2 scrapbook pages. So page 17, you have some templates. I would like to use dots on this, but dimensionals, but I'm not going to. I don't need them. Oh, I forgot this piece. This piece goes here. I knew I had another piece. I That's the problem with taking them out of the envelope and putting them down when you have so much stuff on your desk and you're doing 3 cards. We're almost done with card number 2. And I'm pretty good on time. I know I talked a lot in the beginning. I tried to watch it. So I'm just going to dot a teeny bit here. And thank you everyone for watching. If it gets too long for you, just, you can watch me on replay. It'll post probably tomorrow night. Oh, I'm gonna go here. And then this one's gonna go here. How do you like this card? I like them. Sometimes you just need a little bit of inspiration. You see something, a sketch, somebody else's card, and then you change it up and you just give them credit for it. You know, okay. Now this one, I would put maybe 2 of those gems on there. My fingers are getting gummy. Yeah, my gems, you know that I have them here. So, but you can put them on after. That would look, it looks nice the way it is. It doesn't need gems. Oh, I froze. I'm frozen here. Beautiful. Okay. I just have to hit live. Sometimes that happens to me. So there it is. Okay. Now I'm all back. I'm back to live. Okay. Yeah, I'm back to live. Oh, that scared me. So there it is. Beautiful. Thank you, Ann. Okay. So that's card number 2. Let's do card number 3. And I already have my extras here ready to go. I want to see some orders. I only have 1 order last month. I need some orders. Also, anyone can join in on my football. Let me put that out. I need to fill this. I have 82 spots. By Saturday, I have 82 spots. So pick numbers. They're $2 a box, and it's $50 a product. You can win first quarter 50, second quarter 50, third and final, each 50. If it goes into overtime, we wait for overtime for that final score. Okay. So 4 orders of $50 you get. Fill it in. And if you don't have anybody that, you know, or you don't need, well, you're watching, so you are crafters. You can, and I'm going to line this up the way I cut it so you see the pattern. If you don't, you could give it away. You could give it to someone. I was going to do the opposite side, and I thought that was too dark. Today it's too dark. Tomorrow I'll switch it around and make another card. Depends on what I'm doing. My cards, I know, tend to be over the top. I feel like I do too much and put too much on them. I'm leaving a 1/8 inch border. I cut an inch off of the side to make this little panel. I want to call it a panel. And this is gorgeous. It has the navy in it, but it has Secret Sea in there. And there's a few, a couple of colors, 3 colors of blue in there that are gorgeous. I love these blues. I love the greens too. Green happens to be my, I said all my life, oh, blue's my favorite color. Blue's your favorite color. Yep. Now, I don't need to stamp this because I feel that it's already It's already there. It already has enough on it. This is going to be a Father's Day card. And I was thinking I could put Happy Father's Day there and just decorate it. And I could make this swirl. Or I could do another stamp. And I had a little, oh, I had this blue piece. And I was going to do the Stamparatus and do sending love, sending. I was going to put sending here, love, and then this is card number 3. So I'm not going to do all of this, but this is what it'll look like. To a great guy, sending love. So it'll go sending love to a great guy, and then Happy Father's Day inside, and I use the ephemera pack. And I think this ephemera pack, it's the black and white, is still available. It does not, it's from last year, so they might have a new one out, but I have this stuff available. This I wouldn't be able to give you, but you know, it is available. So if you do not want to stamp, you don't own any ink pads, you don't have an acrylic block, and you don't have the stamping patience, and use ephemera. But this is still going to be stamped on the outside. So let's put this together and stop talking. I just want to give you other options in case you, I keep forgetting to go in. Yeah, I'm just thrilled about the little gears going around. It excites me. It's like glitter to me. I love glitter. I love all that fun stuff. I'm going to put this over here. I need my mat. Where did I put my mat? Did it fall on the floor? No, it didn't. I don't know. I'm losing my little pieces here. I got to be careful. Look at that little screw thing. Did you see the little screw? And that is in copper. Again, I got to do little dots. Monday nights I lose my voice. I start getting really tired. And I'm losing my voice right now. Okay. And then my sentiment will go here. I'm not going to actually do my sentiment tonight. I will finish it later. I don't have a finished one. And I can add, I was going to add just a piece of this, but I could do it all the way across. I could add it there. I could gunk it up a little bit with the black, because I'm not using Secret C. That's another choice. Instead of the Memento ink, if you have Secret C, you could use Secret C. Because it's so dark. Sometimes it looks blue, but it actually is, this is Secret C. So it looks black. And this is Cloud Cover, by the way. So, isn't that cute? But I wanted to put this little gear. Want me to do one more with the little mechanism? I'm really excited about these little mechanisms. I'm all gooey. So this is the bottom. Well, this is the bottom, and that's the top. And I'm going to put that down. And I'm going to add this glue. Right in the center. Okay. Remember, the big side, which is now upside down, that's the bigger side. It's the wider side. You put down, otherwise it won't spin. What do you think of these, Ann? Are they cool? We got physics here, right? I had the pulley system last week with the gift card. And then I am going to put this little piece right on top of this, but it's the wrong way. Yeah, good luck to me here with this. I need the other glue. Oh boy. You need both hands for these things though. So I will give you all of these pieces. You do a $35 order. You can order anything that you need. And if you're local, like Carol, she knows her and I can just get together. She won't need the ink. I will supply the ink and do the tutorial. Look at that. You see that? How cool is that? It looks like a real screw right in there. Let me get this on here. Just a dab. Okay. Put this away. See, now I made 3 cards tonight. And even though I'm going an hour, it's worth it because these 3 cards are cool. And, you know, I try to just do a half hour, but now I'm just going to have to let that sit and dry right in there. Okay. Woo, it's spinning. And then Happy Father's Day will be inside. So those are my 3 cards. Let me move my stuff out of the way. These are the stamp sets, and I will do a shopping list. And you pick and choose. So, you know, I want to get that stamp set, or I need, you know, I need the adhesive, and I need this or that. So, and we can, if you are local to Syracuse area or Rochester, as soon as it warms up a little bit. Oh, and I need to put this on somewhere. I'll put this on. Let me put this on. I don't want to block that. Well, I could. I want to grunge it up though. Let me grunge it up with my black ink. I'm sorry. I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm going to move this out, and I'm going to put all 3 cards out so you can see all 3. Any questions? How much are you selling the kits for? I'm not selling the kits. It's a $35 purchase. So, Ann, if you do a $35 order on your account, not on mine, you will get this set of cards for free. I don't know if you did your minimum this quarter yet, but you know, this is the 2nd month and we have a whole month to go. So, and if you have already this stamp set, then, you know, you don't need to buy that stamp set, but put in a $35 order and I will give you this set for free. You deserve it, Ann. You're always supporting me and watching me and everything, and you're my team. So that is, you know, my team people get those things as well, because you asked and you watched. So look at that. These are different. These are really different. Came up with some very unique cards tonight. Don't forget this. You can participate, and you can let people know. They're looking for a gift for somebody. Anybody wants to participate. I really don't want to see people not get this. How do you like them? I know I didn't put the other sentiment in here, but Happy Father's Day is in there. And birthday, happy birthday. If you have a happy birthday sentiment, you don't have to use these sentiments. You can use the sentiments you have. You could do get well. You could do a happy anniversary. I'm looking for, while I'm talking to you, I was looking for my Memento ink because I'm putting things everywhere. So I'm just going to gently rub this. Don't rub the, and try to gunk it up. You can stamp it with the stamps as well and make little, and this looks like grease. This is what it looks like. Like, you know, when you have gears and they have grease on them. Now, I would have tried different colors, but I'm sticking with one color only for my customers, for you know, so they can see that you don't need 3 different colors to make 3 different cards. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. And I sort of bent it, like my original. I love this. It was in silver and then copper, and I bent that up so it looks like, you know, a piece of bent metal. Originally, this card was supposed to be vertical. I made it horizontal because I used this piece and I wanted happy birthday on there. This piece is no longer available because I asked my friend, the demonstrator, and my upline team, and it's not available. So what do you think? Put it there? Otherwise it's too pristine, right? And then the beautiful piece I'm going to put here. I messed that up, so I'm using the oopsie side. And this is 2 3/4, 2 5/8, 2 5/8, or 2 5/8 is the size of that. And I use punches, so that made my life easy. I used all of these are punches, these circles. I tried to make my life a little easier because I have my big kit coming out. It was supposed to be out, and it was supposed to be out today, but I'm not showing you that tonight. I'm just doing this kit instead, and I'm gonna re-price that kit so that it's more marketable and reasonable for orders. Okay. And there you have it. It's done. I went over 8 o'clock. I'm sorry. Okay. And then we'll finish that, and I will have a picture up and this video up tomorrow. Remember, you can go on any of my group pages or my business page and get to my public group page, Stampin' with Roseanne Perle at Studio Cafe 315. And that is my public group page. And or you can join one of my other group pages, and Creating with Roseanne Perle at Studio Cafe 315. You can join that one. And this will be up, and it tells you exactly how to do it. Venmo or PayPal, they are $2 a square. And I am looking for, you know, anybody to participate. And then once I have this done by Saturday, I will do a live and a Google wheel, and I will pick the numbers 0 through 9 randomly. So those will be all done. I will do that side 4 times and then this side 4 times. And so you will see that and how it's done fairly and equitably. And as I get more names, I keep filling in. Thank you for watching. Happy crafting. Anything else? Oh, great job. Thank you. I love it. As usual, beautiful cards. Thanks, Carol. Great. Thank you. Thank you, Jeannie, for watching. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, everybody else. Anyone else who's watching. Thank you very much. Happy crafting. See you next Monday.